All right, so here we are, another Zoom podcast. We haven't done one of these in a very long time. So, um, if you don't mind, if you want to introduce yourself, tell us who you are. Go
Yep,
right
my
ahead,
name's
bud.
Mark. My name is Mark Kazanik, and I am a co-founder, co-owner, COO, whatever you want to call me, just a guy who's running these best in grass cannabis competitions across the country.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, let's see. So, where are you from?
It's a long answer. So I'm originally born and raised in the sunny shores of South Florida. Then I moved to the middle of
Oh,
nowhere, Cleveland, Ohio. Finished up
nice.
middle school and high school there. Started smoking weed in a barn in Chagrin Falls, and
Hell
then
yeah.
brought it to New York City, where I went to college, smoking blunts from apartment to apartment, rooftop to rooftop,
Hell
and
yeah.
then moved out to Los Angeles, California, which is where I live now for the past 10 years.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Okay, so that kind of answers all that. So when did this Best in Grass? How did that come about?
Yeah, so I used to work at High Times Magazine for the past 6 years.
Right,
So throughout those 6 years, I, started as a measly little assistant doing coffee runs and random
right,
other production type stuff. Started helping with the Cannabis Cup Festival events and other events like the Women of Weed or the High Times 100 events and kind of producing and organizing those. And then I got tasked with taking over the Cannabis Cups, especially when the
oh,
pandemic hit. There was no events going on. The Cannabis Cups were really mostly an event. The competition was
right,
pretty small. It was very well recognized, globally
right.
recognized, and well known. But it was really just like homies of homies judging in a house, and there was like 20 to
Yeah,
50 judges maximum. It wasn't like a statewide thing. It wasn't for thousands of people. So pandemic
right.
hit, events went away, and we created the People's Choice model, which opened up judging to thousands of people across each state. And we actually started that first People's Choice in Oklahoma in 2022. It was our first ever market.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah, then
awesome.
we did
Hell yeah.
California, Michigan, Illinois, Massachusetts, Arizona, New Mexico, Alaska, everywhere around. And it was a really great way for all different walks of life, all different people from across the entire state to be able to get a
Right,
judge kit, put their palates to the test, and vote for what they think is the best. Because my opinion might be different than your opinion, than Susie Q's over
right,
here and John Doe's over there. And I think that's
right.
important to get a wide variety of people. So that People's Choice model is what we ran for the past 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And then me and my team were like, you know what? Like, we love this. We're passionate about it. And, there was a few changes going on at High Times that, we wanted to learn that start something fresh and something new that had a new identity and a new way of going about things. And that's where Best in Grass was born. So we just
Nice.
started in January. We brought it to Michigan first. Oklahoma is our second market. And now we're going to be doing Illinois, Rhode Island, New Mexico, and Arizona by the end of the year.
Oh, nice. That sounds awesome, man. Hell yeah. Well, you were
Yeah.
before we started recording, you had grabbed some stuff. You want to show it off now so we can kind of show the pod?
Would love to. Yeah, so this is the
Wait.
Best in Grass Judge Kit bag. It is a pound-sized Mylar bag with a identifying sticker on there, and each one is separated by category. So you're either an indica flower judge, you're a hybrid flower judge, or a rosin concentrate judge, or a vape pen judge, whatever kind of
Oh,
category that you either know and love, or you want to maybe experience and try something new. We bag them up into these cool bags, and then we also have our collector's kits, which are these dope, smell-proof,
oh,
water-resistant Best in Grass Revelry backpacks where we have it
nice.
specially customized to the state. So we got Oklahoma 2024 there. We got a cool little lining with Best in Grass Revelry inside.
Oh,
And
that's
this thing
awesome.
is my new travel bag. Anybody who gets one of these is like, that's my new bag. I don't wear any other backpack. That's where I keep my weed because it keeps it stored right.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
been and we only do about 200 of those in every state. So it's very rare, and people will come out of the woodwork to buy these kits, and they sell out very quickly.
Now, do we know like how much for the bag? Because I 100% would love one of those bags. That bag is awesome.
Yeah, the bag
That
is
is
sick. So
dope.
we have all pricing on our website. Obviously, we can't put it on
Gotcha.
social media because we get flagged.
Gotcha. Right.
But
Right.
we have an indica flower kit which has 14 different strains in a gram each. So it's about a half
Oh
an ounce,
wow.
and
Right.
that is $70 before taxes. But if you get it in the backpack, it's an additional $60 because that backpack is sold for $80
Right.
typically
Right.
before customization and all that. So we customize it, and we're only selling it for an additional $60 on top of the kit price. So
That's
indica is
cool.
$70 or 130 for the collectors. That's before taxes. Sativa flower, we got 8 entries in there, so 8 1 gram units of different brands, different strains. That is only $40 or
Oh
$100
wow.
with the collector's kit. Hybrid flower is 13, $65 or 125 with the backpack. And then we have a pre-rolls kit, which has 16 different pre-rolls, our biggest kind of category so far, with 19.9 grams of flour or of pre-rolls. Some of them
Right.
are infused with rosin, some infused with batter, shatter, keef, and then
Oh
some of them are
nice.
just flour only. And they
Nice.
range from like a half gram to a 2 gram kind of pre-roll, and that one's $79. There's no backpack for those. The only backpacks are for indica, sativa, or hybrid flower, or for the concentrate kits, which that kit is 8 different units. Some of them are gram, some of them are half gram. Most of them are rosin, which is
Right.
actually surprising. Like Oklahoma came out of the woodwork with some amazing rosin makers and hash makers, and we got
That's what
more
I've
hash
heard.
and more rosin than we did solvent concentrates. So it's really cool to see
Yeah.
that here in Oklahoma.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's really interesting. No, that's cool.
Yeah,
Um.
and what's cool is the concentrate kits. We know that all the concentrates, it's hot as hell in this state, and we want to make sure that
Right.
everybody respects the terpene profile. So we took them, put the concentrates laid flat inside of these little boxes, and then they're inside of that bag that we have. So we want to make
Oh
all the
nice.
retailers know, keep it in a storage as cool as possible, refrigerator if they have it, but keep them laid
Right.
flat and hand it to the judge laid flat so that nothing gets spilled or damaged.
Awesome. That is really cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Isaiah, you got anything you want to throw in on or
I got a
kind of
question.
looking? Yeah.
What makes the material in the backpack that makes it smell proof? Like,
I
how does
think
that process?
I actually don't know the exact, but based on other experiences with other like smell proof bags that like I've gotten in different states, I think it's a polycarbon or polycarbonate type material. Um, I'm not sure if I have a tag on here that tells me the exact material, but yeah, I think it's like a polycarbonate type thing that gives it that smell proof. And then if you
Where
can see
Batman
closely,
hides his
like
weed.
what's up?
I says where Batman can hide his weed in that one.
Exactly, exactly. And like the
Underneath
zipper
his
is
shirt.
like
Man,
special,
That
like it's
zipper's
got
cool.
that rubbery kind of like
Yeah.
lining type thing,
that is
and
an
they're
awesome
thick.
backpack.
Yeah, they are thickums.
That is
So
awesome.
yeah, man, we just feel like we're trying to bring something fresh and new. We're getting a lot of, like there's a lot of competitions all across the states, here in Oklahoma or beyond, where we love and respect them, but they don't often give the opportunity to everybody. They don't, whether
Right.
it's a random Joe Schmo off the street or a 65-year-old, war veteran who's like, you know what, I want to trade out my 6 pack of Miller Lite every night for a nice pre-roll or a dab. And I think our
Yeah.
branding and our ethos is a little bit more friendly to all different walks of life. We're getting a lot of
Yeah.
women, coming out saying like, "Oh my god, finally, like something that's not super stoner bro hippy dippy branding that like we can kind of feel good about."
Right.
And
Right.
maybe it's because I grew up with great sisters and an awesome mom that makes me feel like I can relate to women a lot more. Because a lot of women have been like, I don't feel welcomed in the cannabis industry. I don't feel comfortable going to events. And we did this Michigan event. We did this our award show in Michigan, and yeah, we just got a lot of feedback from different people who don't typically feel like they're fitting into the cannabis industry because it can be tough. There could be a lot of people in the cannabis industry that are just very discerning, very very judgmental. Of like, hey, if you didn't start in the underground and you didn't go to jail for cannabis, like you shouldn't be here. And I
Yeah.
respect that to a point, but everybody is, we're all coming together and we're modernizing this, and we need to professionalize it and keep the heady boy and the legacy growers to be able to mix and mingle with the chads or the professional people who are spending money to keep these businesses afloat or investing money. And I don't want the chads who are spending money and then taking ownership and clobbering other small businesses. We don't want that. But I think there's a good
Right.
middle ground of all different types of people within the industry to come together. So we're just trying to make it accessible to everybody. Do a good, honest competition where there's no pay to play, there's no sponsorship nonsense, there's no
Yeah.
just a small group of people judging,
Yeah.
which can
Yeah.
easily lead to bandwagon effect or lead to like, if we only have like we're doing 1,700 judge kits across the entire state of Oklahoma. So if 10 people want
Jeez.
to want to vote for one brand, that's a small percentage. Whereas other
Yeah,
competitions where there's only 100 judges, 10% or 10 people, that's 10% of the judging. That's a lot. That's a big
yeah.
sway that one group of people can have on it.
Right, right. Wow. Yeah, we've dealt with a different competition, and it wasn't like a pay to win kind of thing. You had to actually vote just once a day. There was no other option for any more votes. It was just you vote once and you come back tomorrow, you vote again. But I've heard of those competitions where you can buy the votes and basically pay like $20, $30 or more, depending on how much you want to spend, and just buy a bunch of votes, which sounds crazy to me. I don't get the point of trying to win something whenever you're spending your own money trying to get those votes that you're hoping people will do for you. So yeah, that's wild. That's really cool though that you're including us in it. That just everyday consumers get to be involved.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
really neat. That's really cool.
that's what it's about. It's like the industry people, they don't spend money on weed. They're not going to a store and supporting the brand with their own dollar. So it's those are the people that we
Exactly.
want to hear from.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I mean, we're excited to be doing Oklahoma. We had about 81 entries across all categories, which is honestly low. We had about 140 reserved, but lab tests over the July 4th holiday kind of screwed a lot of people over from getting results in time. So big decrease, but luckily we got 8 different categories of kits. It is going out to 28 dispensaries from Roland on the border to Tulsa to Oklahoma City down to Thackerville. We got Cimarron Pharma and Guyman in the Panhandle. We got a lot of the mangoes, the Bodega Boys,
Yeah.
Okie
Yeah.
Wonderland, Proud Mary, Exit One, the Summit.
I think
Whole list
Bodega
is all
Boys is how I found you guys. That's
yeah,
how I found
probably.
out. Facebook. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. We got Butter. Those are some California guys who are bringing some cool stuff to Oklahoma. And yeah, so 28 dispensaries all listed on our website. We listed them on Instagram as well. 8
Yep.
categories to purchase from. Really good pricing. We're hearing that everybody's excited about them. And then everything goes
Yeah.
down July 20th. So this Saturday, July 20th. Hopefully this podcast is out by then.
This will be out. Yeah, this
And
will be out by then. Yeah.
amazing. And
Definitely.
then yeah, it's first come first serve. So we have typically seen people waiting in line or showing up early to get their kits, especially if they're trying to get a concentrate kit because there's only 100 of those across the entire state. Especially if they're trying to get a backpack because there's only 200 of these. 50 for
Right.
indica flower, 50 for hybrid flower, 50 for sativa, and 50 for the concentrate kits. So definitely wake up, get your ass to the dispensary to buy one of these judge kits before
Yeah.
they sell out, and then everybody gets 2 months to judge on the judging portal that we have online. So there's a card inside of every kit. It gives them the instructions, how to log in, how to see every single SKU type, and then they're rating it. How does it look? How does it taste? How does it smell? How does it burn? How does it make them feel? Terpene profile comments, questions about like mood and effects. And then we will take all those scores. Nobody knows who the winners are until we announce them in person live at the Enclave on Tuesday, October 8th. It's going to be
Nice.
red carpet, cocktail attire. So get ready to get a suit
Okay.
jacket on or a dress on with your coolest kicks, whatever you want to wear. But we want to
Nice.
try to make people feel special because we're gonna take a
Yeah.
lot of photos of people, a lot of content, bring the winners up on stage to give their thank you God, thank you my cultivators, thank you mom speeches, and we got a nice little recap video and photos from the Michigan event, which went really well. And then yeah, anybody. What's big is we want people to judge. A lot of these people are
Yeah.
like, oh, whatever. I judged for the first week and then I got stoned and I forgot. Like, come on, dude. Like these
Yeah.
cultivators and processors are busting their ass, putting blood, sweat, and tears to get a license, to pay for the fees, to deal with OMMA, to deal with taxes, everything involved,
It's a
and they're
lot.
putting some of their best products into these kits
Yeah.
to hopefully win and to get real feedback. So we really want people
Yeah.
to log into that portal and judge every single item without fail, and we're rewarding them for it. We're going to give them free tickets to the award show if they judge. We're going to give them a 10% credit towards the dispensary that they purchase from to go back to that dispensary and get money off their next purchase. So
Nice.
we're
That's
trying to give
awesome.
back to the people and make it something really special for them, so they can, feel good about this and come back year after year.
Hell yeah. All right. Sweet. Let's see. All right. Isaiah, got anything or
Man, I don't know. I was just thinking about the award show. It was October 8th.
Yes,
October 8th?
sir.
Man, that would be man, it seems so far away, but yet at the same time, it'll be here before
It
you know
creeps
it.
up. It creeps
Yeah, it
up
creeps
quick.
up. All of a sudden, be like, oh crap, it's October 8th. It's happening.
Exactly.
Man, be all nervous about it, man. You know what? I'm more interested in the personally, if I could do the sativa flower judging, I think that would be a good time.
I think, yeah, you'd be a
I
perfect
like to
sativa
just
judger.
bounce off walls. So
Yeah. Yeah,
I
get it.
would
And
be
look,
either concentrate or indica, one of those two.
yeah, look, they're all good kits. We got a lot of good brands in there. And yeah, we would love the support from you and your audience. We're a small business. We are self-funded. I'm not even taking any payment out of the company. Like I'm living off my savings to try to build this business, and hopefully it continues to succeed and we can, pay ourselves at some point. But, especially in this market, we took a big hit. We're probably honestly going to lose money even if we sell out of all the kits, which is crazy that we're even doing it.
Yeah,
But hopefully this is just building our brand, and
yeah,
next year people will be like, okay, you know what? Those guys did it right last year. Fine, we'll
yeah,
submit,
yeah.
and we'll plan in advance to make sure that nobody drops out and we lose a lot of kits and categories. But yeah, no, would love your guys' support. Go to whatever. Where are you guys based out of?
Well, I'm in Ponca City. He's in Gray Horse, which is outside of Fairfax. I was going over your list. I don't have it in front of me right now, but all the places. It'd be a little bit of a drive, but not too far for us at all. There's Tulsa and Oklahoma City. I mean, we used to go to Tulsa all the time, but
You gotta
seriously,
drive
it's
anywhere just to go anywhere. So
exactly, yeah,
it's all
yeah.
good. We're just
So
driving. So
it's
Put
all
on your
reachable
favorite
for us.
music, your favorite
There you go.
podcasts.
yeah,
There you
Listen to
go. Put
Toke.
us on, and there you
Exactly.
go.
Listen to your favorite Toke Signals podcast. Drive and get your judge kit.
That's right.
And
We'll
be part of the
also post
community.
all of those too. Like we'll post all the pictures of the stuff for us. So yeah, we'll get all that posted up as well.
Beautiful.
Um,
Yeah, if I haven't
well,
shared with you the whole like file of all the judge kit photos
I think you
and
did. Yeah,
pricing and
yeah.
everything. Okay,
hmm
perfect.
Yeah, I got all that. Yep, I'll be sure to put that all up today. Or yeah, today as we're speaking, not of this video because of the video you've already. Never mind. Anyways, so we have a random question that we've asked a bunch of people. Who do you think, or when do you think we'll see the first weed commercial in a Super Bowl?
It's going to be the best in grass in 3 years, and we're going to have the best commercial there.
Hell yeah!
It's a good question. Obviously, these commercials are millions of dollars worth, so it's got to be a
Right?
big brand. And maybe it's at one of these MSOs. Maybe a federal legalization comes.
Yeah,
It could be as crazy as like a Scott's Miracle Grow or a big tobacco brand that now bought up the cannabis companies. Who knows what's going to happen? But obviously,
right.
it's millions of dollars to get a Super Bowl
well, I didn't
commercial,
think of
so it's
Miracle
definitely going to
Grow.
be.
You just blew my mind. Thinking of Miracle Grow, like cornering the bud market, like that just
Yeah,
Scottsdale or the turf guy, like getting high, like you want the finest weed, like I don't know, just yeah, you wow, I didn't even think of wow. Sorry,
That's
I'm sorry,
hilarious.
yeah.
Miracle
I mean,
Grow.
look, that's all the like we think some of these big cannabis companies, are sitting there with money in the bank. That is
No,
nothing compared to these big tobacco, big ag, big
yeah,
alcohol
yeah,
guys who are trying to wait for federal legalization so they can move in and curl their mustaches and puff their pipes filled with cash to
yep.
come into the cannabis industry. And there's a lot of people
Or
who
would
want to
they?
fight that.
Just ready.
I got a question. Or would they make it like a cigarette? You don't see a cigarette commercial, like you don't see a Marlboro commercial on television.
The
So
only thing vaping you see is the anti-vape ads now.
yeah, and they would federally mandate like just you can't. All right, it's legal, but no commercials. Like I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Like, all right, well,
You know,
that's how it
Yeah,
goes, I
I
guess.
think yeah, it might be tough because Super Bowl, like technically when you advertise it with cannabis, it has to be at least 18 plus, but typically 21
right.
plus. But I mean, they let beer ads in there, so
That's what I was about to say. We have beer. Why can't we? Why couldn't we have? If it was all federally legal, everything was
exactly.
above board. Why couldn't we have a weed commercial on TV? We have plenty of, it's better than alcohol. I mean, medically, if you look at it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
so
Nobody's dying
why?
from weed.
Exactly. So why can't we have weed commercials? Whatever. Again, when it's all federally legal, throw up a weed commercial. I mean, I think that's whew, whoever does that first, it's going to cost a lot of money. I
Like
guarantee
who could
it.
be like the first pop artist or celebrity or just whoever to sponsor a weed, like just have a dance commercial of a pop star, like cannabis. Yeah.
You know who the first will be? It'll be Snoop Dogg. It'll be Snoop, or it'll
Well,
be Wiz Khalifa, or one of those guys. It'll be one of them that's in a weed commercial first, and then it's. I think you mean what shocking celebrity will it be?
yeah.
Who just comes out of left field that we don't know about? That's all of a sudden like pro selling weed everywhere.
What if you had like Liam Neeson? Like
That'd be
the guy.
sick.
Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg. I saw Mark Wahlberg pushing prayer apps on the internet. So I could just imagine Mark Wahlberg pushing some kind of weed company as a commercial. That would be awesome.
I don't
That'd be great.
know.
I mean, look, I want all these people to be on
Oh,
board with cannabis and be able to proudly represent it, and hopefully we can move towards that. And
yeah,
hopefully it's brands like ours and other brands that are a little bit more general population friendly and less like, hey, you got to be this niche kind of cannabis, hype
yeah,
beast,
yeah,
etc. Which, again, that's where a lot of the culture comes from, and I don't want that to go away. But I want there to be more programs and brands and community events that are more welcoming for all walks of life. Because I've been in cannabis for 7 years, but I don't come from cannabis. And a lot of the worlds that I come from, people are like, "Oh, like cannabis world? Like you work in that now? Like what the hell? Like that's crazy. Are you like some super crazy stoner now?" And I'm like, "No, I smoke a joint at night or I take a dab at night, but I work my ass off all day in front of emails and Google Sheets, not high,
yeah.
and then I relax and disconnect and smoke my Carta rig or roll a fatty at the end of the night, and that's my getaway for bed." But yeah, there's just a lot of people who don't fully understand cannabis yet and the different type of product categories and brands
Right.
and how they can get involved in it in a lot of different ways. So hopefully we can
Yeah.
bring that more to the masses.
Well, hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
You got to win
All right.
over the. You got to win over the ladies that like to have a glass of wine in the afternoon. They can have
Yes.
that place with a nice smooth um, hit of cannabis. So
There you go.
Exactly. That's
that's
what
the market. That's the ones you got to get the
exactly.
housewives.
So that's why we're working with Dope Women in Weed here in Oklahoma. We're working with Thunder Walker, Miranda
Nice.
Cummings, Case God, Herb Chronicles, Sensi
Oh,
Mag,
nice.
which have a ton of just amazing women that are owning and or operating these groups. So they've been giving us a lot of support and spreading the word to their audience, which is heavily female. So
Nice.
I think we're moving in a direction and making more walks of life, genders, ethnicities, ages, accepting and feeling welcomed into this community. So
Nice.
that's the real deal. I hope everybody here gets their kid on July 20th. They can visit us at bestingrass.io online or on Instagram for more information. You'll see my goofy face all over it. And then would love to have everybody fully judged so they can get their free tickets to the award show at the Enclave in Oklahoma City on October 8th, and get your fresh attire ready to go so we can look super sharp and get all the photos
Hell
together.
yeah.
And we'll get a photo, us
Nice.
three, in front of our step and repeat. It'll be great.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, man. I think that's all I got. Are you good? You got
No,
anything
appreciate
else?
your time. I appreciate meeting you. And best in grass, man. Let's do
Hell
it.
yeah. Let's
Let's go.
go.
Yeah, if you guys go out and get a kit, please send me a photo of you guys like holding up your kid in front of the store or however you guys want to do it. And
For sure.
I would love to shout you guys out, being like, "Yo, we got the guys from Toke Signals. They got a judge kit. They're judging. All the fun stuff."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nice.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. Definitely. Definitely. All right, brother.
Cool.
Well, appreciate your time, man. Well, I know you're a busy guy, so I'll let you get on to what you got to do. So, y'all have a good day and keep them dose clean.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. All right, gentlemen.
Peace.
Later.